Sonic. Sonic, you must live.
Chip? Ow! Huh?
I'll never forget you. I'll be here by you, always. A part of the earth you tread.
Hey, Sonic!
And there you have it, guys. This is the end of Sonic Unleashed. So, let me lay out my final thoughts of this game. I actually really like this title, as I've stated early on. Like, a lot of people love to give this title a lot of flack because of the Warhog stages, or just the Warhog gameplay overall. But you know what? As I've also said earlier on, it's not entirely booty butt cheeks as people make it out to be. Like, I've played pretty bad games in my day, and the Warhog is nowhere near that level of badness. And as a standalone title, it's pretty decent. Now, granted, there are hack and slashes that have, and that's basically what the Warhog is. It's pretty much a beat 'em up, hack and slashy style type of game. And there are hack and slashers out there that have done what the Warhog does, but better. But other than that, you know, it's not terrible. Not terrible at all. If there's any real complaints that I have about the game, though, there are a couple ones that I've made while I was actually playing through the game, which is putting Sun and Moon tokens in the middle of boss fights. Like, I don't want to collect things while I'm fighting bosses. I just want to fight the boss. Second, there's the whole concept of Sun and Moon tokens in general. Like, why do we have to go Mario 64 on this crap? Like, honestly, I should just be able to go from stage to stage without having to go through the whole mess of collecting tokens for the sake of unlocking other levels. I mean, that's probably why they resorted to using red rings later to unlock extra stuff to give people something to collect. But a lot of people tend to hate the red ring system too. Me, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't really mind it, but it's not enough for me to say, hey, red rings, awesome stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of right there in the middle of that. Another complaint that I also gotta make here is, I mean, when it comes to their music, I absolutely love it, but I would love to enjoy the music the game has without the fight theme showing up all the time. Every single time you have to battle. Like in Eggman Land, they actually got it right by not having the fight theme show up at all. So it was good on them to do that instead of just having it show up in the final level. But they should have done that for like every single level and only had the fight theme show up when you're fighting really heavy major nightmare creatures. Like the bigger nightmare creatures you see in the levels. That's when I feel a fight theme should show up. Heck, even in God of War, I don't think they had a dedicated fight theme. I know they did in Devil May Cry. But the fight theme in Devil May Cry was very, like... It actually fits the mood setting, and not only that, but the music in Devil May Cry is generally quiet throughout the stages themselves. Hence why they have a fight theme. Now, if the stages in this game were, like, actually had quiet music, like they would in Devil May Cry, then I would see the need for a fight theme. But aside from that, they definitely didn't need it showing up all the time in a game like this. So, and then there are just the times when things didn't work as well as they should. Like when I would try and grab onto ledges or grab onto platforms and the little pole things that he can hang off of. Doesn't always work. And when they don't work, things tend to fall apart pretty easily. So there's that issue. Like, it doesn't happen far too often in the game, but it would be nice if it didn't happen at all. Other than that, I mean, it's still a pretty solid title. Oh, wait a minute. Then there's Eggman Land itself. Like, they actually got Eggman Land right in the non-HD version of this game, because what they did there was that they had Daytime Sonic have his own stage in Eggman Land, and they also gave the Warhog its own stage in Eggman Land. They were separate stages, like every other stage in the game. In the HD version, however, they felt it was a good idea to just combine the two, and no, it's a horrible idea, because one, it makes a stage way too long, and two, you see what happens when a stage is like that lengthy. You get a game over. It doesn't matter how long you've gone, you have to start from the beginning, and it's awful. Like, no, they should never do a stage like that ever again, and I'm glad that they didn't, because, well, the Warhog never makes another appearance in any other Sonic game after Unleash. I mean, even in the anniversary titles like Generations, you will never see a stage based on the Warhog. You'll see daytime Sonic stages, but definitely no Warhog anywhere. But nevertheless, I still say that this was a pretty solid title. And you know, it kind of served as like a building block for the other titles that come after this one to actually, like, you know, improve upon. I mean, they improved on it with Colors, even though in Colors' case, well, that was a pretty fun game. They shied away from a lot of 3D stages in general, which is why I say while Colors is a good game, it was also a game where they didn't really do too much experimentation. They just stuck with what worked, but that also means they stayed away from 3D stages, and it's like, come on, man, I actually look forward to playing 3D stages. I mean, I appreciate the side-scrolling action, but don't be afraid to put 3D stages in here every now and then. And then they got it right with Generations by having the both 2D and 3D stages respectively. I'm focusing more so on modern Sonic than Classic, because Classic is all 2D. We expect Classic to be full-blown 2D. But to think that they've managed to improve that much based on the Hedgehog engine that was used in this game, it's actually pretty amazing. Now, of course, they mess it up with other titles that they've released after that, but I'm not gonna get into that subject right now. That's gonna be a topic for another day. And honestly, as for the final boss fight in this game, it's not really as hard as I would think it is. I mean, the only reason why it looked a little difficult on my end is because I kept messing up on the first part, but other than that, I mean, the second and third part is not really as bad once you get the hang of it. Again, even though I struggled, but it really wasn't as bad as like other final bosses that I've played through. In fact, oh wait, okay, hold on, real rap, I thought all the hot dog guys were the same until I saw that photo. And now I've realized, wait a minute, they all have different mustaches and everything. That's pretty funny. But back to what I was saying though. Actually, I completely forgot what I was saying because I got distracted by that. Way to go. Ay. Anyway, these credits are long as mess. I might have to make a separate video just talking about the afterthoughts of the game. Oh, especially, I should especially do that. But yeah, oh, I was talking about the final boss. Final boss, like I said, it's not that hard. Not nearly as hard as I would think it is, despite me struggling. Final boss is actually pretty easy. So it's actually pretty short too for a final boss as well. I thought that I would have to hit all the eyeballs that showed up on the shoulder, and I would have to keep rinse and repeating when the dragon heads would show up, but no, you just destroy the dragon heads, then you destroy the arms, and then you destroy the eye in the middle. So, other than that, this was a pretty solid game, and that's all I really have to say. So, I'm glad that you guys sat through this entire playthrough. I look forward to seeing you guys there in the next one. And as for any other Sonic titles I plan on tackling in the future, I plan on tackling most of them. I say most because there are some that I'm just never going to touch because I either don't have access to the game or I outright don't like it. But I eventually will come back to this franchise. Just not for a little while because I don't want to oversaturate the channel with like too many of one type of franchise. Even though I really want to get back into the Mega Man series, but I gotta lay off of that for a little bit after I've just beaten Legends. So the next playthrough I'm definitely going to take care of after this game is Ys, Oath, and Felghana, and by the time this video goes up, you might start seeing videos of Oath and Felghana by the time I pretty much get to this point, so. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I will see you guys in the next playthrough, and I hope that you guys tune in to that playthrough as well. So, as always, play until your thumbs fall off. I'm the One Up Havoc, and I will see you next time. Peace out, everyone.